So Konami just updated their policy documents again. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was pretty much done making videos. I have events Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week. I wanted to have my hands wash everything minus the market watches. And then this little thing came along. So you get Sourpuss Robbie today. The one that's just like, oh boy, here we go again. More things for the internet to shit their pants about and cry on the floor, as it doesn't really matter. So earlier, the last time we talked about Konami taking away your toe-sucking playmats out here, and the grotesque art that for some reason you want to feature on a playmat has upgraded to YCS. We'll talk about that here. So we would like to give an advance notice to the expansion of the WCQ playmat and sleeve policy change for Konami European regions. If you are an American complaining about this, a South American, a Canadian, and you're sitting here and you're shitting your pants on the floor about this policy doc, this is the most irrelevant thing to you. Robbie, Konami's going to bring this to NA. If Konami brings this to NA, it's not going to enforce the way you think it's going to. But anyway, so the affected regions will be Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Oceania. This policy does not affect the following TCG regions. Any region in the Americas. Once again, I want to reinforce that here. So this policy for accessories used at events is as follows. So Duelist must use only an officially licensed Yu-Gi-Oh! Game mat or non-branded game mats. TCG game mats are permitted to use, OCG game mats are also permitted to use, and plain Spellground game mats are permitted to use. I love the fact that Spellground got literally tagged in here, and they're like, hey, you're good to go on these. Use only officially licensed Yu-Gi-Oh! Card sleeves or non-branded card sleeves. So TCG card sleeves are permitted, OCG card sleeves are permitted. If sleeves and or a game mat are provided for use during during the stream, you must use the items provided. This affects like 1% of you, if that, because let's be honest here, this is for like the competitive player going to an event. The casual player, which 99% of my viewers are, that will only go to locals, maybe regionals, okay. So, in addition, the following elements have been added. So double sleeving will still be permitted. The outer sleeve must either be clear and transparent, must be consistent between all elements of the deck, main deck, side deck, and extra deck. Okay. Items featuring non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Branded or unofficial and counterfeit items featuring Yu-Gi-Oh! Branding are not permitted to be used as field centers. Okay, so I want to point out one very major thing with this. It says items featuring non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Branding or unofficial or counterfeit items featuring Yu-Gi-Oh! Branding are not permitted to be used as a field center. Alright, well, congratulations. Just get one of their field centers. This is also only in effect, this is the most important part here. Alright, so this is only in effect for Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series events in the mentioned regions. Alright, so Europe, you're getting 2-3 of these a year, and maybe 1,500-1,600 people, and maybe like 2,000 traveling for that. That's a one-time use event. Okay, European National Championships, African State Championships, Oceania State Championships, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Opens. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Opens are kind of like the rebranded regionals that exist out here. They're the glorified regionals that Europe's been trying to hold going, yes, these are worth more than a regional, but they're just a glorified regional at that point. Regionals that do exist within these regions still, by my reading, are fine. You can still do whatever you want. You can still play with whatever merchandise that you have, whatever it's fine. All right, Yu-Gi-Oh! Opens, oh no. You get maybe an open every 4 or 5 months in your region. All right, and then of course, regionals are still fine if they're not branded as opens. So one event. See, this is where I am with this boat. So if the TCG on our side of the game went to enforce this, This also, items featuring, yeah, so this also, I also love that they just mention sleeves here. I would assume that this does extend to deck boxes. Though, I'm very curious to know if they will go that far on the extension of things for that. But anyway, if TCG were to enforce this, I'm still sticking by what I said. I do not think that the TCG, they cannot bring this to a localized level. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They will kill the casual collector fan player base. It'll explode. All right, they won't touch that. In the Americas, in the regional level, I don't think they're going to do it either. All right, I still think YCS is up is what you're expecting. But the problem here is most of the NA YCSs at this point are, you know, being ran through side events. Also, does this... Hold on here. So, attention duelist, policy, the affected regions, all of this, and accessories must be used at the event must be as follows. And this only applies to Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series events in the mention. So does this extend to side events as well? Because I would assume, based on their wording here, Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series events in the mentioned regions. If this does not include side events, big whoop-de-doo, man. Like, I'm gonna go play Edison with my custom sleeves. Like, mission accomplished. It would still only apply to the main event. I do not have clarification on that. So we are going to assume, as of reading this, like the good little eggs and hamsters that we are out here, all right, that we're going to assume it's everything. If it does not truly expand to everything in just the main event, big whoop-de-doo, cry harder, man. The Edison players are already doing what they want as it is in terms of, you know, memorabilia and things like that. Like, that's just my 2 cents here. Like, to be wholehearted and honestly with you, this is a nothing burger. All right, this is a whole doomsday cry about it, Yu-Gi-Oh's dying, blah blah blah, 10,000 all over again. They came down to the YCS level like I expected them to, and they're doing exactly as we expected them to. But once again, this doesn't affect the American regions. All right, if they come down on America, won't touch the regional level. They most likely are probably just going to touch the YCS level, but I don't foresee them doing it. I really don't at this point in time. All right, so besides Europe, like I said, you guys are getting like 4 big events a year. Like, I don't see the issue with this. Honestly, I really don't. But they're taking away my freedoms. Well, you live in Europe. All right, have you guys read some of the policy documents that you guys have to go through over there in comparison to the Americas? It is a wild place. I'm not gonna get into the craziness of that, but that's crazy. All right, I'm done talking about this. I'm tired. I'm sick of the whole document here. Good stuff. And tell me down below, if this does not truly touch side events at YCSs, then what does it matter? You walked over, you played 2 rounds, you dropped, so you could go play Edison Attack of the Giant card or something. Talk about a nothing burger. Really. You guys stay safe out there, alright? Peace out. Patrons! Thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.